Welcome to another exciting episode of Chatting Shoes with Seth Ruhling. Thank you for coming on today. I'm Brett Hornig. Seth, where are you calling in from?
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Brett. I'm calling from Boulder, Colorado. Yeah.
So we were both in Arizona. What was it? A little over a week ago. Threw down at the Black Canyon 50K. And then there's always the Saturday shenanigans and the 100K. And figured, we should sit down and chat a little bit about the weekend and I don't know, hear about what makes Seth good at running, because I saw you at the start of the race. I was actually beating you for about 150 meters. I think you passed me at the top of the turn.
Wait, really?
Yeah, because I remember like the race started and it was like quite a bit more aggressive than the previous year. And
Yeah.
all of a sudden you went by. You must have been like second or third row back in that
I was
start.
pretty, I remember being pretty far back because it's always funny, like I mean, I don't know, like 50Ks, it's quite a long race, but people treat it like it's like a 400 meter.
Yeah.
Everybody's like clamoring to be the first across the line. It's like, I don't know, especially on like, we have like 3 miles before single track. It's like, we'll figure out a way to get to the front, but it was more hectic back there than I thought.
Yeah, so you blew by me at, 150 meters, top of the turn, and I was like, darn, it's over. Race, the race between Brett and Seth, it's done. And
It's
then
over.
I saw, yeah, I saw everyone start going as we leave the track, and it's kind of windy going through the school before you finally settle out on the open roads. And you're right, it's like it's a couple miles before you actually hit any sort of single track, but people treat it like you're hitting single track in 300 meters.
Yeah.
Is there anyone that you would blame from this race for like who chose violence at the start? Because I did write down some splits. I mean, I don't know if you remember or if you saw what your first mile was, but last
Yeah.
year, the leaders went through mile one in 5:45, and I went through in about 10 seconds back, and I was probably in 15th or 20th place. This year, I went through in 5:38, and I was in like 30th.
Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, it's kind of crazy.
What the
I just,
hell?
yeah, I don't know what happened. I remember looking at my watch and it said it like my average, because I don't have like current pace. I always just have like average pace. And it said my average pace was like 5:12 through like the mile, which I don't know if that was true because I eventually looked and it was like 5:18 was that first split. Uh, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't me. I wasn't trying to go that fast out the front. I think, well, at first, I don't, at first it was Cal Neff. Cal Neff was off the front, like kind of up the road a little bit. So
Yeah, I saw
he
that in the
must have going
replay.
like, yeah, he must have been going like 450 pace or something to get off the line that hard. Um, and then, and then it all kind of came together, maybe like almost at the mile, and then Adam Peterman just like kept the pressure on. Um, and I remember, I don't know, like no, it seemed like nobody, like I didn't want to take the lead. I know Cade didn't want to take the lead. Jeff wasn't going to take the lead, and but Adam Peterman did. And it's like, I don't know, when Adam Peterman like takes the lead, you have to follow. There's no other option. So I think we all just like followed.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we are at that point in this era of racing, especially with someone like Adam. It's like you're not gonna give the Western States champion an inch,
Oh no, 100%.
especially on a course like this. Yeah, I remember I heard someone at the finish being like, "It was all Adam's fault."
That's accurate. Yeah. For like the
I mean,
first
it's
eight miles, it was Adam's fault.
yeah, it set up a pretty exciting day though. I guess before we dive, super deep into the race,
Hmm.
just for anyone who might be newer to the sport or less familiar with, you and your running, you run for the North Face,
Hmm. Yep.
and you're based out of Boulder,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you've got a nice little training crew.
Yeah. Yeah. The squad's good. We have the five of us, which are the Boulder Boys, which make up a podcast, and then we have like our friends as well, which like Cade. When Jesh lived here in town, Jesh would run with us quite a bit. But yeah, we have a good squad. Been kind of adding in some road runners that I've been trained. Some of us have been training with some too, so which has been pretty fun.
Is that like road runners to help aid with some workouts and runs that you've been trying to do, or like active attempts to get some of these road runners to come do more trail racing?
Oh, almost really neither, just because they're friends. Like,
Huh.
kind of like finally got to a point in trail running where the road guys respect us enough to like say hi to us. Because we all like all of us run roads, like especially in the winter, and I feel like now it's like before it used to be like, oh my goodness, like that's OAC over there, and now like they're just friends, so it's like we just run with them.
That
So
was cool.
yeah.
What do you think? Like, what was it that finally caused the the shift in, I don't know, like equality?
Oh yeah. I don't know. I don't know. For me, it was Western States. For some reason, like uh, Western States got a lot of attention this year, especially from like road guys.
Mm.
And then yeah, like I was after States, I got invited to be on the Coffee Club pod, which is like the Coffee Club pod. It's
Oh
like
yeah.
some of the OAC guys. And from then it was like uh, I don't know. I was respected. Like uh, I don't know. Morgan will ask me to come do a workout with him. I'm like, bro, I can't keep up. I can't do it.
You are you
Uh,
are now
but
you are now a peer.
yeah, yeah. He thinks I'm a peer. Little does he know, I'm like um, still way slower. So,
I mean, you guys, what do you think you and Morgan's overlap distance is?
uh, oh, I don't know.
I guess it doesn't have to be
Probably,
flat either. I mean, you could throw in any combination of variables.
yeah. I feel like if it were trail, it gets shorter. Like
Yeah.
maybe our overlap would could be like 10-mile trail race. But if it's road, I feel like it would have to be like marathon or slightly longer. Actually, I would say.
Yeah.
He hasn't done a marathon yet. I haven't done a marathon yet, so I don't know. But I feel like it would be up there for sure.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about running a marathon?
Yeah, I definitely want to. I keep every Olympic cycle, like the past two or three actually, I've been like, oh man, I need to go try to OTQ.
Mm-hmm.
And like, joke's on me because it's gotten so fast. Like the OTQ, like
Was it
three
five
cycles
thirteens?
ago. Yeah, the OTQ 3 cycles ago was like, what was it, like 220 or
Yeah.
220 or something like that, like maybe 219.
Yeah.
And I'm like really bummed because that would have been a nice that would have been a lot easier than what it is now, like 216 or something. So
Yeah, I know. I think I can't know. I can't remember if you have to break 217 or you have to break 216 now, but yeah, it's getting pretty beefy, but I feel like, I don't know, it feels appropriately increased.
yeah, I agree. I mean, I agree. It's nowadays like everybody's running 215 or faster, seems like. So
Yeah, 215 is the old 220.
yeah, exactly.
Well, I guess that's kind of the other thing too that you had mentioned. It's like, even though most of your races that you are training for are on trails, a lot of the fitness building that you do is on roads, or I guess treadmill too.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Especially like the way I view training is like there's like fitness and then there's specificity, and so like a lot of the fitness stuff can be done on road or treadmill or and trail can be done on trail. It's just less like easy on my brain to do it on trail sometimes. And then yeah, like specificity would be like that kind of more trail running specific stuff.
Do you separate those out in a training block, or do you
Yeah,
you do?
yeah. I actually like you know how I think a lot of people think about training like base training and then maybe specificity.
Hmm.
But I think because we race so long, the specificity is more aligned, is like closer to base training. So I actually do like my big base training block, like in the winter or like when I'm not close to races, is like fitness focused. So it's like threshold and
So you're doing like the
running
speedier
economy.
stuff further away from the race, almost.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, and yeah, for sure. Because it's like uh, it's like to win most of the races we do, you don't actually have to run that fast,
Yeah, I
like
mean, you
mile splits.
yeah, like you only need to average 8 minute pace to win Western States.
Exactly. So it's like, why would I be like speeding up to go run 8 minute pace?
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, that's kind of been my theory for a year and a half, 2 years. So
and it
yeah,
seems like yeah, about that amount of time, like your like overall quality of results has increased a
yeah,
pretty good amount as well.
definitely, definitely. It's yeah, like uh, the any good result I've had has come off of like kind of that theory of training.
It's cool to
Yeah.
see you actually try something and then it works.
Oh, totally. I mean, for sure. I tried so much stuff the past I mean, I've been running pro for since 2020, and I feel like most years I've had like no good results. So it's nice to like find a system that actually works.
Was there anything that you tried like, 5, 6 years ago that it seemed like everyone was doing that were like, oh, yeah, this is going to get me super, and then it was just horrible?
Uh, Not really. I mean, I did the whole like speed thing,
Like
um,
really fast sort of stuff.
like track work. When I was coached for a little bit, and I did like a lot of track work, and got injured really quickly.
Mm.
And then probably the most interesting one, somewhat recently. That's like when I was coaching myself, is when I first started doing threshold training. Like I got the lactate monitor and everything, and then I like just didn't know how to actually train threshold, so I was training like way too hard.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah,
like I thought my lactate should be at 4 millimoles every threshold session.
it's pretty high.
It's pretty high. Um, because in theory, like 4 millimoles is like LT2 or whatever in like a vacuum.
Hmm.
And so yeah, and that would have been 2024 season, and like that was I had like no good results. My best result was like fourth at Canyons 50K that year. So
Do you think you
um,
were just mostly leaving the races out there in the workouts?
uh yeah, kind of leaving the races out there in the workouts, but really I think what happens when you train too hard like that is you just become like very inefficient metabolically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like you think you're fit because you've been running fast, but then you can't hold any decent effort for any amount of time.
That's tricky for
Yeah,
especially for ultra marathons because it's how do you find like data points that you're getting fitter and faster when you only get like 3 opportunities to race in a year?
yeah, exactly. It's I don't know. I always actually joke with Kate a lot about this, that like fitness is like training for ultras is like it's like a vibe. It's not actually like any hard data.
You're just
And
like, I
so
feel fit right now.
yeah, like I feel like the right kind of fit. And yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but it's when you know, you know.
Did you feel that kind of fitness coming into Black Canyon? Like what were like the expectations going into this one?
Yeah, I definitely was in that kind of shape. I didn't actually plan to race Black Canyon until like maybe a couple weeks before. Um, I was planning to open up at Chuckanut in March, But yeah, training had gone like super well. So I saw that Cade was in the the start list, started getting like pretty attractive. So yeah, it was like I'm fit enough to race. I might as well race. So uh, yeah, I definitely thought I was in that kind of shape. Like I remember a session like me and Cade did like probably a week and a half before the race, and it was like it wasn't anything flashy, but I just remember how like we both felt, and we were like, uh, I was telling him, I was like, dude, like I don't think there's gonna be that many people fitter than us like at this race, and he was like, he like wasn't, I don't know, he didn't seem so confident in it, and I was like, dude, trust me, like,
Yeah,
uh,
I mean, I guess you've been around for a little bit longer than
yeah,
Kate has. So
yeah, I've been around longer, and um, you know, I think he is super good and super talented and incredibly fit, and yeah, just hasn't seen enough ultra start lines to know that like not many people are actually that fit like
totally.
as he is.
Yeah. Yeah, because it is interesting how even something like Black Canyon 50K, I feel like this was one of the this year it feels like no, actually I'm changing my mind as I'm about to say this. A lot of people blew up. Um, a lot, I passed so many
I
people
believe it.
because I did not go out hard. But you do still have to be pretty good at racing and the whole tactics of an ultra
Hmm.
marathon for the 50K or 100K. I mean, cool fact, you are the only person in Black Canyon history that has won the 100K and the 50K.
Is there a, that's a fun fact. Is there
Yeah.
that many people who have done both?
Um, the other person who would have been, I guess, eligible, I think, was Eli
Okay,
Hemming
right.
because he won the 60K 2 years ago when it before it was
That's
50K.
right. That's right.
So he was close, but there hasn't been that many people to do both. So
That's yeah. I mean, that's a. I think more people should do the 50K. I kind of like. I think we had talked about it or before we got on, but like I feel like the 50Ks, if it stays as competitive as it was this year, like I think it'll be like just as attractive of an early season race as the 100K.
oh yeah, for sure, and especially with all the media hoopla that surrounds just Black Canyon weekend as a whole, and if, there was a lot of people in the 50K field who were out, supporting other runners, crewing, pacing, etc. on Saturday, and then you're already there, so it's like, well, I'm just going to go and throw down in the 50K. Maybe you already have a spot to Western States, and you just want to see where the
Hmm.
fitness is at. Like you get a whole bunch of those sorts of things. Yeah, and then all of a sudden it just like accidentally turns into a world class field, which I feel like definitely happened last week.
Yeah, it was sick. We kept calling it the dessert race, like in the at the Airbnb, because it was like I remember last year because I did the 100K last year, so like I wasn't even thinking about the 50K, and then I went to go watch the 50K, and it was like I don't know, it just felt like a nice dessert, like a nice little cherry
Yeah,
on top.
for sure.
And I like raced it this year, and I was like, man, I don't know, like it's more like a side dish, like it's like it belongs in the main course, I think.
This year it definitely felt like that. I mean,
Yeah,
I ran 10 minutes faster this year than in 2025, and I got one spot worse.
dang, dang. It's the way the sport goes these days, man.
I know. And that's exactly, I wrote down some splits because I figured I would need to run 10 minutes faster if I wanted
Hmm.
to have a shot at top 10 again. And I missed it by like, I don't know, 25 seconds or 15
Oh
seconds
my
or
goodness, it
something.
was right there. It was right there.
So, yeah, on the results, it looks like it was right there because I think 10th was, 15 seconds and the ninth was 30 seconds in front of me.
Uh-huh.
But both of those runners were, I think, 5 and 8 minutes in front of me at Bumblebee.
Oh, are you serious? So you like just started seeing them
I didn't see
once you
any of
got
them
down to the finish
until,
line?
yeah, like that river crossing with 3 miles to
Oh
go
yeah, yeah, yeah.
when I was like at the top. descending down to the river, I saw them coming up. And then when I got into the finish at Deep Canyon Ranch, they were right there in front of me. And I was like, okay, that was pretty
Dang.
solid.
Yeah,
But on paper, it
that's
looks like I
funny.
just blew it and missed the top 10.
Dang, you were closing hard then.
Yeah, because I didn't go out in 5:18.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That was,
That was probably smart for most people in that race.
yeah, and also I think there was a lot of people in that race who were committed to trying to win or podium that race.
Yeah,
I did not take that dice roll at the beginning. Like I was
no.
gunning for a top 10 finish and an improvement on last year, which is a completely different race than trying to hop on the podium.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. That's fair. I also think one thing about that course that's interesting is the like if you don't haven't run it before, you maybe don't know it, but the first 20 miles to Bumblebee is like a piece of cake compared to that last 10 miles, like the way the trail runs.
Yeah.
And so
It's yeah,
yeah,
you get your ego inflated on that first 20.
100%. And I think a lot of people are like, "Oh, I can run this pace." And then you get to that back half and it's like or that back 10 miles and it's so hard that if you
Once
burnt
you
yourself, you're just like, I don't know, flailing around out there.
So in terms of since you have done the 100K and the 50K,
Oh,
how did like from a logistics standpoint, and I guess also a pacing standpoint, like is one inherently easier than the other?
oof. I don't know. I thought actually, obviously, it's been I have like maybe like a recency bias because I remember the pain of a week ago, but I thought the 100K was almost easier
Because there is an
when I
amount
won
that
it.
there's an amount you got are going slower.
Yeah, you're going slower, and there's just uh like when I raced the 100K, it was I knew that I didn't want to really start racing until 60K, and
Hmm.
so I only really started like pushing the last 40K. I feel like, which means like the whole first 60K, I'm like running it. I'm like at the front with Eli, and I can't remember who else was there, but you're trying to do everything like as easily as possible, like running those turns and like coming out of corners, like kind of leisurely,
Hmm.
stopping and getting water, like ice bandana, all that. Or I feel like the 50K, it was uh, like when Adam first went off, like a mile into the race and started pushing the pace, like I wasn't gonna let Adam go. Cade wasn't gonna let me go. There's like people behind us. I think Joe and some other guys, and like I just remember being like, if Adam doesn't slow down, like I can't hold this pace. But like I didn't want to let him, like I didn't want to let him go. Like I was pretty
Yeah.
sure we were all going. I'm pretty sure he was also going too hard, but I was like, I don't like. I was just hoping and praying that that was the case. And Cade kept talking to me behind me. He kept being like, "It feels a little too hot," and I was like, "Yeah, I agree." But
Too
like neither of
bad.
us would let up. Like no one wanted to be the first one to be like, "Oh, I'm good. I'm gonna back up." And
I've heard.
eventually it like eased up right before that first aid. and
Okay.
then and then like I decided to go to the front and keep the pace hard because it just seemed like the right thing to do.
So that was
But
when you took over the lead, like right around that Antelope Mesa aid
yeah,
station.
right before Antelope, because it was like once it started slowing up, the more people started getting on the
Oh, okay.
group, and I was just like, oh, that's annoying. So then I knew there was a downhill. But either way, with that, the way that race started, it made the whole rest of the race like really hard. To be honest,
Yeah.
like that to me, it felt the whole race felt harder than 100K, I think.
Yeah, and I guess like it's not like collectively as a group the goal was to try and run the fastest time possible. It's like the goal
Hmm.
for everyone is to try and win the race. And I've heard similar conversations around UTMB where it's like we all know we're going out too hard, but I believe that I can fade less than the other
100%.
people,
Yeah.
which will win
Yeah.
the race.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. And like, yeah, I feel like at least for the 50K, I don't know if we like really fade. I mean, I guess some people faded. Yeah, I
the
feel
front,
like,
like the podium did not fade.
yeah, I was like, I feel like we like the paces slowed down, but the course just gets harder, you know?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
but like
like, I feel
the
like
grade
those,
adjusted pace like pretty much stayed pretty level.
yeah, and the grade adjusted pace is like tells half the story because the back half is so twisty. Like if there
Yeah,
was like a rock and twisty adjusted pace, like I think it would have been pretty even.
yeah. We need, you know, like in gravel racing, there's categories of gravel when like you break down the course.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I feel like trail races could benefit from that because,
That
like
would
Black
be
Canyon, there would be
amazing.
different categories of the of the technicality of the gravel
Yeah.
basically out there. I mean, like Western States would be a great example of having probably quite a few different ones as well.
Oh, for sure. That'd be amazing. Yeah. Because I mean, States is one of those too where it's like most of it's pretty easy, but then there's like, I don't know, there's some like,
There's some chunky
you know,
spots.
some big chunky spots. So that'd be actually a really good idea.
Yeah, I don't know. I've thought about this and been like, it would be cool from a commentator standpoint. It would give something that like the fans could pretty easily digest as well. Being like, okay, so this section is like a category 3. You know, like when they do like the
Hmm.
cobble sections at Perry Roubaix or something, when they talk about like not all cobble sections are created equally. Like
Yeah.
these are the most difficult ones. It'd be like this section of trail is categorized as this amount of chunkiness, which is
I
why we see paces slow down or people come into this aid station limping,
I
that sort
like
of
that.
thing.
And they need to have names too, like,
Hmm.
cycling has like the Koppenberg or whatever. Or yeah, we need to give them names.
Yeah, so maybe I feel like Western States is probably the course to workshop that. So
Yeah, for sure.
maybe maybe someone on the board will be listening to this conversation and they can just roll with that.
I love it.
I don't know. We'll see though. Okay, so this is still a bit of a shoe and gear channel, so I feel like we should
Yeah.
talk about maybe some of the shoe and gear choices for this race. What was and I worded it super weirdly last time, and I think I'm just gonna roll with it. What was on your body, Seth?
Oh. I don't know. What was I wearing? Like even clothes, like my clothes.
I mean, yeah, I think the kit's
Okay.
interesting. Like what?
Yeah, I'll
You go
start.
t-shirt, singlet, long sleeve.
Yeah. So I had a hat on. I had a hat. I don't know the name of the hat. It's a running hat by the North Face.
Okay.
It's on their website. I don't know. This is how the whole apparel thing's gonna go.
Yeah,
And
this
then
is
I
just what they
had
send me.
yeah. Then I had Smith Defy sunglasses, the gold ones,
Ooh.
which I wore all last year, and they proved to be. And actually, the one race I didn't wear them last year. I got 33rd. So um, the gold Smith Defies were on my eyeballs. And then yeah, I had just like a one of the Summit Series running shirts, and then the half tights. Uh, and then shoes. I had the Endurus 4, which is
That's
like
been your go-to for
it's been my
a while,
go-to.
huh?
Yeah, it's of this current line of uh North Face shoes, it's been like my favorite racing shoe. It's actually like one of the lightest in the of them. Like the Pro, which is like the race shoe that
Hmm.
TNF has out right now, is actually heavier than the Endurus.
Yeah, it's quite a
And
bit
it's
more
got
shoe though, too, right?
a
The
lot
Pro.
more shoe.
Okay.
Yeah, which has been kind of why I haven't raced in it. Like I wore it. The only time I've raced in it was at CCC,
Hmm.
and it was like just the way the shoe fit on my foot. It was like a little bit too roomy and too much going on, and I like uh, ended up like rolling my ankle inward like multiple
Hmm.
times, like
Yeah.
probably like 10, 20, 10 to 15 times during the first 50K, and it like caused enough pain that I had to drop out. So I found that the Endurus is like impossible for me to roll. Like I'm not the only one who says this. We all like everybody who, or the few people I know who wear that shoe too, are like it's impossible to roll your ankle in that shoe. Like it feels really stable. Um, and it's like got the similar. It's got Dream Foam, which I cannot for the life of me remember exactly what that is, but
It's a
it's a
TPU
pretty
blend.
okay TPU blend. So it's like pretty responsive, but not too squishy and not too unstable. So
Yeah.
um, and I like the upper is real secure. Like I can normally get it like for Western States. I tied it once in at 4 a.m.
Hmm.
And I didn't adjust my laces at all until I finished.
Which
So
is starting to matter even in a
it
race,
matters.
like a
Yeah,
100-mile race, like from a timing standpoint. Like there's less time to mess with shoes.
100%. And not even just the time to mess with shoes, but there's also that, section of time where like you realize your shoe needs to be retied and
Hmm.
it's on your mind, but you don't know if you want to stop. And that's happened to me in races before. And it's been like 10 miles later, I'm like, I need to stop now. And it's not any better of a time than 10 miles before.
Yeah.
Um, and that
Yeah.
kind of wears, like mentally, I feel like these races, you just have to be so calm and like nothing can make you lose your mind more than like an uncomfortable shoe.
Totally. Yeah, that's one thing. I mean, Finn and I have run in probably all of, like, just about all of the trail super shoes on the market right now. And
Hmm.
uh, towards the end of most of the episodes, we ask ourselves, we're like, is this a trail super shoe? And what actually makes a trail shoe super?
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
and yeah, I think so much of that answer depends on where you're taking it and maybe what the shoe is designed. But like, we're still not fully convinced that it's just like you're inherently better if you have super bouncy, marathon
100%.
foam under your feet. We're like, I don't know if that's like fully it yet.
No, I don't think it necessarily is. Like obviously like the North Face has a sweet shoe coming out next year. Um, but I think I'm getting it soon. I've tried on a handful of them. And it's like sweet. It feels very super, but not too super. And
Yeah.
I think that's something that's kind of I've noticed some trail super shoes. It's like they're trying to be too much like a road super shoe, and then you lose this like. I mean, I don't know. Have you ever gone for a walk in like a pair of Alpha Flies?
Oh, absolutely.
Like it's weird.
Yeah.
Like it's not actually that comfortable to walk in, and it's like, how much of these races are we like going not much faster than walking pace?
So
Um,
trail super shoe needs to be super for walking. Okay.
exactly. It's got to be like a range of super. So, yeah, I'm excited with what we've come up with, and I think, yeah, and I don't know, yeah, and I think I should have some like at least for me, like the Endurus has been super sweet so far, and I think I've been working with some people to get like a sort of like a customized version of it,
Yeah.
um, which will be sick when it gets here. So I'm pretty like doubling down on the Endurus
That's
uh,
cool.
at the moment.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question is to what extent like your involvement is with like product testing and working with like the product development team at North Face, because I know some athletes are like, just send me shoes so I can run, like fine, and then other athletes are like I know like Jim Walmsley is like very nitty gritty about like every detail in
Yeah,
in shoes.
definitely more over the years. Like as I've gotten older and like kind of established myself on the team a bit, and uh, I've I think like the product guys respect my opinion um, like quite a lot now. I think so. I'm actually like quite involved in the shoes, and then yeah, like more recently have access to like um, a custom shoe program that the North Face runs. So
That's sweet.
that's been cool. Which that's separate from product design in a way, except for like I still get to share feedback and kind of
Hmm.
what I've changed. So
Yeah.
um, yeah, it's been sweet. Like shoes coming out next year, like I don't know, like I feel like that, like the next Endurus is gonna be sick. You're like,
Yeah.
uh, I think me racing so much in the Endurus 4, the Endurus 5 is gonna be like, it's freaking sweet. Yeah,
Yeah. I
it's
mean,
like,
that was one of the top shoes of the year for us for 2025, and I think we reviewed it, about a year ago. I think it was right around Black Canyon time where we were like, "Wait a minute, this shoe's sick."
yeah, it's sweet. And the next one definitely, I don't know how much I can say.
Yeah, I don't want you to get
But
in
it,
trouble.
no, I'm not gonna get in trouble, but it's gonna be sick. Mark your calendars,
Yeah,
Uh, save up your dollars for next year.
I think a lot of the conversational pace fans have pretty hefty shoe budgets.
All right, sweet.
Yeah,
Well, that's the best
that's
part about the Endurus too, is it's like
it's a
it's
great
so
value.
easy. It's a great value. It's so easy when people are like, "Oh, what's your favorite shoe?" And it's like, here's this like middle priced shoe that's gonna like punch way above its weight. So
I'm just a blue collar guy.
yeah, yeah, oh, yeah, I love it.
So you you just re-signed with North Face, right? For at the start of
I
26.
did, yeah,
Okay, so
yeah, for 3 more years through the end of 2028.
sweet.
Yeah.
That's cool. Gosh, that's like the most detail I've ever heard someone say about their contract in the
Oh,
trail space.
yeah. I don't know why people like. I'm pretty sure we can at least tell how long we're gonna like how much longer in the future.
Yeah.
Uh, but no, it's sweet. I think I'm. Yeah, like it's cool because when I signed in 2020, you're like, oh, it's the first contract, and like you see people like jump teams or join different teams, and yeah, it's starting to. By the end of my contract, I've been with the North Face for 9 years, I think, is what it'll end up being, which is I don't know, pretty sweet. That's almost a full career, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like,
Um,
how many people stay with their employer for 9 years?
yeah, I don't know. It's sweet and it's like cool because yeah, the North Face has I'm quite involved. Like I was saying, like at the being that they're in Denver, I get to go to the headquarters and go to the lab there quite a bit, and
Oh, yeah, that's right.
um, it's sweet and it's like I feel like the uh, my Drew Holman always talks about like human capital you build by staying with a brand for a long time, and I feel
Yeah.
like that's like been something that I've started to realize like the last few years, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah. And you've actually gotten to see quite a bit of change just across the whole run line. Cause I'm trying to think like I was still working at Rogue Valley Runners in, 2020 when North Face came out with like the Flight Vective, and it was like we
That
have a
red one.
carbon, the
Oh
like it was
no,
like black
the
and
Vec.
purple.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was sweet. I
Or
still
like
have my
the
first
car.
pair.
Yeah, I think I still got mine. Like carbon plate right under your foot, like
Hmm.
the Matrix upper. I was like, dude, this is the coolest shoe that's ever been made. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I did jack up my ankles a couple times in that shoe because of the floppy heel cup,
Oh yeah, that thing was. I remember that.
but
Yeah.
it was cool to see. Like, it's cool to see like the commitment to the craft and refining the footwear for this many years now, where that's something that North Face in the past has been a little wishy-washy with.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, when I first joined the team, my first shipment of shoes was like, uh, I think I can say this because I think when the brand recognizes it, like, was like the last version of like their worst shoes ever. You know, like it was like the flight series, like the red and black flight series. That was like,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah, no, I know what you're.
I've
I
never
can
blown
picture
out a,
them.
yeah, like it was just like during that, it was the end of the era where like the brand, wasn't caring about trail running shoes. And then to see like, yeah, the team they have now and like, yeah, how much focus goes into footwear now is crazy.
Yeah, and it makes sense because now, like, as an athlete for North Face, like, you're much more vertically integrated with
100%.
like not only like the apparel, but like pack and shoes too.
Yeah, for sure. And then yeah, the like that's just the trail stuff and the mountaineering stuff that they shoes that they have for the athletes now is like pretty sweet or looks sweet. I don't know how it works. I don't know.
Yeah,
There's
yeah. Do you
I've never
do mountain things?
no, I stay pretty close to the ground. Pretty scared of heights to be honest.
Okay, so what does that ever like get you in any trouble at like North Face team camp?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the team camp in 2024, I think. Yeah, we were like West Colorado, like in these like this cliff area that was kind of like Moab looking. Um, and like some of the climbers had set up like a route to get to the top of this like big rock monument looking thing. Um, and also if any climber is ever listening to this, going to be like there's probably a name for that. Like I don't know what it's called, but it was like a tower.
Okay,
Um,
yeah.
and I was like, oh yeah, I'll go. Like why not? They fix some ropes, and it's like you hold on to the ropes, and uh, we like climb up, like scramble up to this like area. And the moment there was like any amount of exposure, which like wasn't much. Like I'm talking, everybody was going up this thing. I was like, I'm done. I'm turning around. and, and yeah, like they were all super nice and supportive of me, turning around and bailing. But I definitely like took some caught some strays from some of my other run teammates who were like, I was like, dude, I'm because like it's never stop exploring. And I was like, I'm done exploring. Like I need to go to the treadmill.
They're like going over and taping up all of your clothes. No,
Yeah.
like just stop exploring.
Yeah, we're done. So yeah, it's definitely, but that was the only time. Yeah, normally everybody's chill, keeping it on the ground.
Well, it's clear that they definitely value you as a person, as an athlete, to come to a mutual agreement to re-sign with them for three
Yeah,
more
for
years
sure,
instead of
for
like
sure.
kicking you to the streets and being like, go with someone else.
Yeah, yeah. They didn't. I don't know if I don't know if anybody in the sports marketing team knew that I bailed on that climb. So maybe
Yeah.
that's why they kept me around.
Yeah, and you can share that story now because you've already signed the contract, and
Yeah, I'm locked in, and
that probably doesn't breach it unless there's
yeah,
some clause in there where they're like, no, you have to be able to
yeah,
climb this at any given point.
yeah. No, I think they'll take me like winning some races over uh, badly scrambling up a cliff.
Yeah, because it's not like the climbers have to like at any given point be able to run a 100 miler.
No, totally,
So
totally.
yeah,
Uh,
it's
I mean,
different sports.
that's the thing. Like the street snowboarders, it's like trying to get them out on a 50K. Crazy.
Yeah, like no thanks. Um, oh, okay, that's a question I always like asking people. So, as good at you are as you are at trail and ultra running, if you could be that good at something else in another life, what is it?
Oh, I mean, okay, like in reality, like running the mile, like track would be like my actual answer because like I feel like I'm one of the maybe few trail runners that would wish I could like actually just be fast enough to run track. Um, but other sport, basketball, man. It's like
Yeah.
it's so if you're good at basketball, it's like it's pretty steamy and uh, I don't know, it looks pretty fun. Like I love playing basketball now, and uh, yeah, if I was like actually good at basketball, it'd be sweet.
Yeah, that would be a good one. Um, and like, yeah, you can just go and like play a pickup game and ball out. Like, what are you gonna
Yeah,
do? Like, go to a group run and just dunk on a bunch of people? Like,
yeah, totally,
how cool is that?
totally. And also like, uh, I don't know, basketball is so cool. Like some dude makes his like does his job and hits a shot, and he gets to celebrate, and like everybody's like, "Let's go!" Like it's like uh, trail running. If you celebrate a little too hard, it's like it's like um, it doesn't match the vibe.
I know. I feel like I would like to like normalize like finish line celebrations a little bit,
Yeah,
a little bit more.
I love Anthony Costalis's from the 100K.
Dude, that was hype.
That was hype. Like especially if
Yeah.
you know what Anthony's
Hmm.
had to go through to get back, it's like that was sick.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good. Uh, I feel like Caleb Olson has had quietly some very good finish line celebrations.
Yeah, his Western States was like if you didn't know, you're like, oh, that was cute. That was very nice. If you knew, it was like, oh,
Yeah. Yeah,
dang.
that and then
That was like pretty
like when he
savage.
won Trans Gran Canaria,
Oh, so good.
just like
Yeah, that
yeah, like
was sick.
he's such a quiet guy. And like and then to just like throw these haymakers down at the finish.
It's brutal. Yeah, I love it. And he's in at least at Western States racing him like he's quiet, but he's like I don't know, he's pretty savage out there too.
Yeah, he's kind of like a stealth
Yeah,
assassin
for sure.
for sure. Um, ooh, can we talk about Western states for a few minutes?
Yeah.
So, I guess what's it like? Well, last year at Western States, you knew that you were running Western States from February to June.
Hmm.
You've known now for a whole year that you're running Western States again. Good thing or
Yeah.
bad thing?
No, it's been a good thing. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. For sure. I had like actually such a really good experience at Western States last year. Like
Yeah.
I think normally or a lot of times for me, like even if I win a race, I'll be like, man, I don't know if I want to go back because I know what that race took. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but Western States was like such a good time, and I felt very whatever I did last year felt very repeatable. You know, like
Yeah.
so I think yeah, I've been like super excited about it. I feel like I've been able to prepare in like a quite good way. Like,
Yeah.
it's I feel like last year I had to because I did Black Canyon in February and like had to take like a couple weeks off. I had to like uh I don't know like preparing for Western States from March to the end of June. Like it seems like it should be plenty of time, but it's like you actually have to cut some builds and like
Hmm.
for me, I had to cut some stuff in half to like make sure I had enough time to do like this the specificity part, which is actually really important for running 100 miles because turns out it's a long ways. Um, and so I feel like now like having more time to like kind of feather out this like the fitness block.
Yeah.
Has actually like proven really nice. Which is like I don't know, the 50K last week was
Yeah.
like kind of a little test to make sure that the fitness was coming along quite well. So
Yep.
yeah,
Definitely.
I knowing is I think a benefit, but we'll see. I mean, it's 100 miles and it's in June, so
Yeah. I
I
mean,
don't know.
it's a ways away for better or worse. Do you feel like after finishing Western States last year that there is more to improve upon in the lead up to the race or in the race day itself for you?
Definitely no, definitely like in the lead up for sure. Like I think I don't know if I had like enough um like I don't think I'd like I noticed during the race like I wasn't like maybe mile 50 40 to 50 60 maybe I wasn't running downhills like quite as well as I wish I would have.
Mm, hmm.
Like I think I was like going too slow effectively. Like I remember I kept seeing Jeff McGavro um, on the climbs. Like I'd start catching him on the climbs, and in the moment it went downhill, he would just like leave me,
Mm,
and that was kind of
yeah.
annoying because it was like I felt like I just couldn't get him, especially at that stage in the race. It was largely downhill to Auburn.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
mile 50, once you get like close to Forest Hill, it's just a big downhill till the river.
totally.
And I feel like that, like if I'd been able to catch Meg Avro before the river, like maybe it would have been just enough to try to stay with him for longer, and run like a bit faster, quite a bit better time. But yeah, that was kind of annoying. So I feel like there's stuff I can improve there. But yeah, in the race also, like I don't know, I vomited a bunch and
Yeah.
uh, like mile 40. So, and I was like actually uh, going aid station to aid station, and like my only fuel till like uh, probably like after the river between like for the middle 40 miles was the Roctane like
Mm.
drink mix they had on course. So I feel like
Oh,
if
the
I could
watered down purple drink.
I have no idea how many carbs there were in that thing, but it was like the only thing that like didn't make me queasy and like that I could take down. So potentially, if I can have a better stomach on the day, maybe I can go a little faster. Or maybe I
Yeah,
just
that
get used to watered down Roctane.
yeah, you're gonna have to like start playing around with like your own Roctane in it to try and
Yeah,
like
yeah,
recreate the Western
yeah,
States Roctane.
absolutely. It was, I mean, it's so good.
It actually is pretty tasty.
Yeah.
What about um for the Black Canyon 50K? What was your fueling and hydration looking like?
Yeah, I had, what did I have?
50K is weird.
50K is weird. I had these 50-gram Striker or Sturker gels.
Oh, I've seen those. I've never had them
Yeah,
before.
they're quite good. And they don't really have any sodium, so you have to like figure out mix and match that. But
Hmm.
I had like three of them or four. I think I started with three, and then I got one um, at Bumblebee. So I had four of those during the race. So that's like 200 grams, and then I had bottles of like First Endurance drink mix, like not the high carb one, just the regular carb one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Um,
What
it's like
flavor?
watermelon.
Oh, nice.
It's pretty good. And that was like a range of like 30 grams or 60 grams of carbs in a bottle. I think only one bottle had 60 grams, but um, and then yeah, I just did three 500 ml flasks for the whole race, so 1.5 liters for the whole race. Um,
Oh, that's pretty low fluid.
yeah, it was low fluid, but I don't know, man. It's 50K. Like I knew once I got to Bumblebee and I just got my one bottle at
Yeah.
Bumblebee and I'd only just have that one bottle. It was like you can do anything for an hour. So even if you're a
Did
little
you
thirsty,
fill it
it's
up
fine.
at Gloriana, or did you go one bottle
No,
from Bumblebee to the finish?
one bottle from Bumblebee to the finish.
Oh my
Yeah,
God, that is savage.
yeah. I mean, that's the thing, dude. Like, actually, like I always remember Killian saying this, how like he would do these like runs where he didn't eat a lot because it was like, well, just in case in a race, if you don't have everything you need, you're like, you're fine.
Yeah.
And often, most time periods in training, I don't, because I don't want to carry all this water. I actually don't
Hmm.
train my gut like all year round. Like so I haven't like I've been doing like trying to do like decent carbs an hour, but like as far as bringing a bunch of fluid with me, I don't do that on runs, and um, so like being a little thirsty is kind of normal.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably something that's hasn't been totally figured out either. Is like how quickly can your gut like be trained or detrained? Like, do you have to be pushing high fluid, high carb year round, or can you get it ready to go in 6 weeks? Okay,
I'm back. All
you're
right.
back.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I think you can retrain it in like 6 weeks. I actually don't think it takes that long, to be honest. I don't know for sure, but and then yeah, like how much is gut training, like actually your gut versus just like your mind, you know? Like I think more of it's in your head. So that's my
That's
take.
that's a good take. I don't know if I've quite heard it explained like that before, but I kind of like it. Like just like the carbs are up here.
Yeah, the carbs are in your head. Also, like I don't know. There's so many athletes now. Like Katie Scheidt still doing 60 grams an hour and crushing everybody. It's like high carb is good to a point if you can do it, but it's
Yeah,
also
it
like
seems like it's very much a individual sort of thing.
100%. And yeah, again, I think for me, it's important to like get used to running with like maybe less so that in a race, if I throw up and stuff, I can like just be okay.
Yeah, yeah, you don't want to have one puke, totally unravel your whole day.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, as we wind down here, oh, I forgot to ask you the very first question on these notes, which I'm still
You're
curious
good.
about.
We've been bumping around.
I know we've been jumping around, but I've been enjoying this talk for sure. You said you've been a pro since 2020, but you've been in the ultra marathon game for quite a while. I was, doing a little doom scroll down your ultra sign up page,
Hmm.
and your first result is the Pine Mountain 40 mile at age 16, and it like usually when like a 16-year-old hops into that, it takes them like 20-25 hours. You did it in like 7.5 hours. What
Yeah. Yeah.
you've been good
I
at
mean,
ultras for most of your life.
man, that single-handedly ruined my chance at running like fast on the track.
That was
That
curtains for the mile time.
exactly, and then I had to do it again the next year. Actually, so that story's kind of funny. I went to like I had a pretty good like culture at the high school I went to, in Southeast Tennessee, like near Chattanooga, and it was like a big culture of outdoors. So like every people were like climbing and like mountain biking and trail running, and um, I ran cross country like freshman year, loved it. Did again sophomore year, and one of my teammates was like kind of like into the outdoors, and it was like I don't know, you're like sophomore year trying to like be manly, and he was like, "Bro, you know how cool it would be if we did this 40-mile trail race? You get a hoodie at the end, and it says 40-mile trail race, like Pine Mountain 40 finisher, and we could wear it around school. It would be so cool, you know?" And I was like, "Yeah, you're right. That'd be pretty sweet. Like, how many kids in this high school have like finished a 40-mile run?" Um, and so we like trained for it, but not even that well. Like, I think we would go run like just roads, and like we'd run some trails by the school. We had like I don't know, a bunch of trails by the high school. And anyway, ended up doing the race. He dropped out because he got like a gnarly hip injury
Oh,
like mid race. So super bummer. I kept going and was just like stopping at every aid station, like eating like a grilled cheese, like I didn't carry any water or anything with me. I was just running and like drinking from the aid stations, eating grilled cheese and tomato soup and chips and stuff. Um, and then finished the race. Yeah, I think I was like eighth place or something, which wasn't terrible. Uh, got the hoodie, wore it for like a
nice.
day. Um, like I think I spilt something on it, like on the way home, I like Olive Garden on the way home from the race, and so I put it in the wash. I put it in the wash, ran it through the dryer, pulled it out, and it was like the size of like a baby's like t-shirt. Like it had shrunk in the dryer, so it was completely unwearable. Um, so did all that for nothing. Uh, but then yeah, went back again because another friend was like, "I want to do it," and so I did it again. Um, and then I got serious about running fast at cross country and stuff, and so uh, I stopped doing trail racing for a while.
Wow. I can't believe you already had like two trail careers.
Yeah, yeah, that's funny. I'd never tell anybody that because it's like it feels like I even now think of it as like a mistake. Like I was like, oh, I don't know if I should have done that at 16. And I'm like almost embarrassed to mention that I did a 40-mile race.
I don't know. That's pretty epic. Yeah, I didn't even know trail racing was a thing. I just, like naturally, I just thought it was Dean Karnazes was the only person on this planet who could do that sort of thing, and everyone else would die if they went over a marathon.
Yeah, yeah. No, turns out everybody can eat pizza and run an
Yeah.
insane amount of miles.
Who'd have thought? I mean, I guess,
Yeah.
and that can kickstart an entire profession.
It's true. It's true. Uh, it's great.
So you said you were signed up for Chucknut. Are you still going to race that?
I think so. It's closer than I thought, uh, which is not good. I like came back from Black Canyon like a little banged up from the race and then caught the flu, and so I still kind of feel like trash. So we'll see. I haven't ran. Today was like my first run since the 50K, so I'll see how I feel. But I would like to. I'd like to go to Chuckanut. I'd like to, and then I'm signed up for Gorge 100K after
Hmm.
that, which will be sweet. So hopefully can hit both those if like my body feels good.
Yeah, those seem like good little stepping stones on the way to Western States.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I definitely want like 100K before Western States because like I think there's a lot of uh, things like mentally to practice before you run a 100 miler that you don't
Yeah,
like. I practiced zero of them in the 50K because it was so fast.
right. Yeah, you don't have enough time to get in your head at Black Canyon
Exactly.
50K.
Yeah, there's no like I need to be patient. It's like just go. So
Yeah. And
yeah,
yeah, you probably want to practice a little bit of patience at Western States, but it
a
seems like
little
every
bit.
year it's a little bit less. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean I don't know. I was a little impatient last year and went like made a move a little too early, I think. But uh,
Yeah, because you
is
came up out of what? You came up to Robinson Flat leading? Was a climb out of like Duncan Canyon or
yeah,
something?
yeah. Well, because we were going so freaking slow that I was like, which apparently is how it's supposed to feel.
Yeah, so
Fifty
was it
Ks into a
slow?
100 miler. Yeah, so it wasn't slow because we were way under course record. But I just remember being like, I cannot like I was having a hard time seeing that the climb from Duncan to Robinson is actually kind of rocky, and I was following Rod or Caleb, I can't remember, and I was just having a hard time seeing the footing. So I was like,
Mm.
oh, I'm just gonna go around, and then like yeah, took the lead, and then I got a little like I mean I don't know, I'm not mad about it because it broke up the field for the first time that day, which was kind of nice because it was annoying like having like 20 people and you're like well, I don't know, my odds are pretty low to get top 10 if there's 20 of us still here. But at the same time, it was like maybe a little more than I needed to do. Yeah, and also it was like 50K into 100 miles, so we weren't actually going that slow. It just felt like it at the time.
Well, good experience, good learnings.
Yeah.
All right, Seth. Well, this has been a really awesome chat. I
Yeah,
feel like
thanks
you
for
dropped some good knowledge.
yeah, I feel like I sold one of uh my biggest training secrets out here.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to talk about it, but it's another thing for someone to like actually do it. I mean,
Yeah.
are you sure
Yeah,
you
it's
didn't
true.
like?
Also, yeah, also I don't know. I don't believe in training secrets. Everything's like should be public, I think.
Yeah, there's no excuse for bad races anymore.
No, no, not with ChatGPT, you know?
Yep. Cool. All right, Seth. Well, thank you so much, and best of
Yeah,
luck to
thank
you
you.
in the rest of the season. I guess I'll see you in Tahoe in June.
Yeah, I'll be there.